The President, we've heard it many times, but we heard it on this first day in the job, drill baby drill. Well, it looks like Peter Dutton might agree with that. He says if elected, he'll expedite some 87 coal, gas and iron ore projects that have all been held up. He reckons that the claim of the value of these delayed developments has blown out to well over $100 billion, and it's stalled around 50,000 jobs. The US is out of Paris too, and a whole lot of other international agreements. Surely, Dan, this is going to mean we in Australia have got to rethink this renewables madness and put gas and nuclear on the table as the only genuine way forward.
Well, that's right. I think net zero is dead. If it wasn't dead before, it's dead now. Trump is once again out of the Paris Climate Agreement, as you discussed at the top of the show. That means all of the major emitting nations are not bound to any agreement. While we're still in the Paris Climate Agreement, we contribute 1% to total global emissions. I don't understand. There's no benefit to us from Paris. There's no benefit to net zero. As you say, we need to have gas in there. We also need coal. I mean, if you want to have 24/7 baseload power, we've got a perfectly fine energy system. I mean, this is the frustrating thing. We had some of the cheapest energy in the world, most reliable energy in the world. We were a manufacturing and industrial powerhouse until we went down this road of wind and solar panel. Let's just get some coal in the furnaces and gas in the pipelines now. And this is good news. If the coalition is going to expedite those projects, I think at day one, Peter Dutton government should just say, look, these are going ahead. If the project proponents have dotted their I's and crossed their T's, why can't they just get these projects out there straight away if a coalition government is elected? Because, we need these jobs, we need this investment, we need this industry, we need the export revenue. We're going backwards as an economy, and we need our resources sector revved up to take us to generate the wealth and take us to the next level.
Amidst all of that too, some other executive orders he signed on the first day of the job was one in relation to gender. It proclaimed that the US government will now only recognise one of two genders, male or female. And this is all part of a move to defend women, he says, from gender ideology extremism and to restore biological truth to the federal government. The order also stops taxpayer funds from being used for gender transition care and also ending the radical and wasteful government DEI programs. James, give us your take here. Is this likely to be a real issue in the Australian election campaign?
Well, I think you can have sympathy for people that may fall into the trans category, but also understand that this issue has been politicised. It has been weaponised by the private sector, where you've had situations and explanations that there are dozens of genders that we are meant to identify and acknowledge. We see in email signatures now and everything else. I think there's a common sense element to this. I think a lot of people are confused about where things lie, but certainly what I hear out of America is something that we should be looking at here. You've had senior public servants in Australia, Peter, at the federal and state level asked a very simple question: what is a woman? And being unable in Senate estimates and other inquiries to actually explain or give a proper, straightforward answer to that. So people are confused. As I say, it's been weaponised. I think the banks and some of the big companies have played a big role in that with some of their policies. But I think a common sense approach here out of America, from what we're hearing, sounds pretty straightforward, and it should be something we're talking about here. You can have that debate, I think, really without offending anyone too much.
I think you just reinstate the rights of women, because I feel like they've been stolen from us. We fought for so bloody long and they are being stolen from us. I think it will be an election issue. Gents, thank you.